I'm Dr. Robert Mather. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about communication. And so one of my favorite studies was done by Kruger et al. 2005. And so they gave people the instructions to write a message that conveyed an emotion, right? Happy or angry or whatever. And then they had them rate how certain they were that the other person that would read that message or listen to the message or whatever um, would understand the emotion that was communicated by that. And so they did it voice only, reading through the email, or face to face, right? So they recorded something kind of like this, where they create the message that they're sure the words and all of it are going to convey the emotion. And then they presented it to other people. And so the people that created the message, whose task again was to convey the emotion, made their ratings of how certain they were that these different messages that the message across different ways of communicating would convey that message. And they rated it at 90%. 90% of other people, if I create this message, I think that 90% of other people will understand the emotion behind it. So voice only, face to face, or through email, I thought 90% of people on all three of those, separately rated, on all three of those would understand it. And I figure 10% of people just don't understand emotions at all, so they're never going to get it, right? So that's kind of how participants operated. Then they had the perceivers, rate the emotion level of different emotions that go along with the message that they read. And on average for participants, when it was face-to-face or voice only, participants got it correct about 70% of the time. So their accuracy was at about 70%. And remember, originally the people that created the message, they were tasked to do it where everybody could understand the emotion, writing a message that would be angry or happy or whatever. And they thought that 90% of people would get it. Well, only 70% of people accurately decoded the message. And then for email, it was 60%. So that's almost a coin toss, right? I mean, you're getting closer down to lower percentages there. Only 60% of people correctly understood the emotion that was conveyed by that message. And so this is a pretty good example. And this study was done in 2005, back when emojis were just colons and parentheses and things like that. But that was developing out of the fact that people were miscommunicating and couldn't understand the emotion behind a message. And now we've developed lots of different emojis to try to fill in those gaps. So perhaps you should use emojis when you communicate with other people. But there's also no substitute for good, solid writing as well. Anyway, take that for whatever it's worth. Thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I've got other videos, and feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much.